Good morning. How do you feel today? Did you wake up only to hear an argument from a spouse? You thought the case for the disagreement was unnecessary. How did it end? Were you dismissive or cut your spouse off only to use the line, "I got to go to work," as a way to stop it temporarily? Has this subject come up before and never been addressed? Did gifts or sex come after the discussion, only to learn the issue still lingers? Maybe you received a negative text message from a spouse or lover that makes you feel awful. You might feel the text message is unjustified. Did you address your feeling of receiving the text rather than the content of the text message? Do one person's opinions matter more than the others? Do you feel lost or unhappy in your relationship? When was the last time you asked the other person, "What can I do to make you feel better?" Emotional abuse, a subtle yet deeply damaging form of control, is often overlooked. By understanding its tactics, such as criticizing and negating, control and shame, and accusing and denial, you can empower yourself to recognize and address it. In certain cultures and communities, emotional abuse is referred to as running game, or "I'm just messing with you." Quite often, humans listen to the world with partially closed ears. This technique reacts to the fast-paced world of sound and attention to these sounds. Cell phones play a considerable part in this need for more focus. When it comes to love, real love, nothing should ever distract from anything. When it happens, do your due diligence and ask questions. If those questions are sidestepped or the mere act of asking those questions causes an argument, this is a huge red flag. When two people love each other, there should never be an argument about how one person makes another person feel. And emotional abuse should never be tolerated. How does it start? Well, the abuse usually begins when a person has a want or need from another. However, the motivation for this need is hidden. That desire can be as simple as, "I need her to live with me for the sake of paying bills, yet I can't tell her this," or "I want him for myself, but I don't want him to do the things he wants to do. I need him to make me happy." Please keep in mind that people rarely say these things to themselves. The key here is for the manipulator to make the other person or spouse feel they are the best thing that has ever happened to them. Abuse in any form is taxing, and often it forms as a last resort to keep things the same. You are probably wondering, why doesn't the original person simply break up and move on if they aren't happy or find that need fulfilled somewhere else? Sometimes it is not that easy. Control is the key. Example: Person A has a need, and Person B fulfills that need, whether financial, emotional, or a combination of the two. Person B starts to sense they are doing so much to make Person A happy, yet they, Person B, are not getting the same back. Person B starts to question or complain. Now, Person A must use a form of control to manipulate Person B into staying around. Remember, this form of a relationship has nothing to do with Person B's happiness at all. Person A's role is to make Person B continually believe they are loved, wanted, and appreciated by words or other techniques. However, it is not real. There is an old saying, "Real love requires real risk." This statement is true. If you go into a relationship with caution flags up, you will get a tumultuous relationship. But what happens if one person realizes, "This person loves me and will help me financially but doesn't love them"? You guessed it. You get a one-sided relationship. The manipulator figures out what you like and want, and then they give it to you to control you going forward. Here are warning signs of a manipulative, controlling, or abusive relationship. 1. Controlling decision-making. You end up going with their decisions on most things because you want to make them happy, so you do it. 2. One-sided transparency. They want to see every aspect of your world while hiding some aspects of their world. When you ask, they make you feel bad for asking or they refuse to answer. 3. Mothering or fathering with tasks. They ask you if you completed something. They go and check behind you and critique it or change it the way they want it. 4. Manipulating your free time. You realize when it comes to the things you once loved to do, you don't have time to do them like you used to. 5. Expectation trick. They say one thing when it comes to you, then change their mind about it, or they agree to do something and forget to do it. 6. Denying wrongdoing. Whenever you bring up a problem with them, they turn it around and make it about you and your actions. This is done to make you feel bad and to misdirect the issue away from them to you. 7. Minimize your worth to them. They are quick to tell you they have other options in a relationship, yet they chose you. This technique is used to make you feel special, yet it is not true. 8. Emotional cheating. While with you, they have other people they talk or text with or see romantically. They will sometimes turn down the face of their cell phone and ringer to hide it from your view. 9. Emotional bait and switch. When the relationship started, they were everything you wanted, but as you critique certain things about them, the little things disappear. There is no need to put up a loving front for you as you start to see them. They will use their unhappiness as the reason for their change, should you ask. 10. Emotional manipulation. If you attempt to leave, they will start crying, yell, or get angry to play on your emotions. This is done to keep you around. Remember, they need something from you. Although they have options, as they say, you are providing something the others aren't. 11. Keeping their options warm. They often love attention and flattery from other people. They usually dress sharp or provocatively for attention while telling you they are dressing this way to make you happy. 12. Withholding affection. Your sexual desires are minimized or refused. They want sex their way while telling you they have a personal problem. 13. Disrespect. You don't know why you feel a lack of respect, but your gut tells you something is off. 14. Interrupting. They cut you off midstream when you figure out what is happening. 15. Tuning you out. They start to get mad at the slightest mention of what they are doing. They will not allow you to bring it up. They might accuse you of playing the victim and creating problems where there aren't any. 16. Defensive tactics. They get angry and dismissive if you ask a direct question about their feelings for you. People in love have no problem expressing this if they truly love you. They may tell you they are not good at expressing their feelings. 17. Reinterpreting an argument. When you say something about their behavior, they twist what you say to divert the argument to another subject. For example, if you say, "I feel you don't respect my wishes, or at least consider them," their response might be, "So now I'm disrespectful towards you, huh? I guess I have to walk around on eggshells and watch what I say and do, huh?" 18. Minimization. When you mention something you know they said, they laugh it off as merely a joke. Sometimes you are told you are being too serious. 19. Jealousy. They are incredibly jealous of anyone giving you any attention for 2 reasons. 1. They can't stand the thought of losing their advantage with you, and 2. They cannot control what you may tell someone about them. Their image to others is essential. 20. Selective listening. You may start to feel yourself repeating things as if you had not said them. This is because you can say something directly to their face, and in a few minutes they ask you the same thing in the form of a question. This list of warnings is red flags in any relationship that give you an indication something is not correct. Emotional abuse is severe, with long-lasting effects on your self-esteem, your self-worth, and your mental stability. Manipulators are usually attractive and likable and have a history of using people. They believe their beauty and charm are all they need to get whatever they want, and they will work hard to ensure you think, "You should be lucky they chose you." Stay tuned for more. Subscribe below to get notified when I post new updates. Live life, enjoy yourself.